Yo, what's up guys? It's Jack and welcome back to another video. And in this one I want to discuss something a little bit more personal, at least to me. And that is the reason why I will never and can never become a competitive player, at least to a certain level, especially when it comes to like a professional level or whatnot. And you know, this is something that Halo 5 recently taught me, and as time goes on you just tend to learn more and more about yourself. And I already kind of knew this, but I didn't really know this to the degree that I recently did. And the thing is, I'll give you the short version right now, and then I'll go more in depth in just a minute. And the reason why I can and will not ever become a competitive or quote-unquote pro player, or even attempt to do it, is because I just get damn bored very easily. I mean, I keep on thinking about what in the world the Call of Duty pro players are going through right now with Infinite Warfare. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're just grinding the game a little less or just choosing when to grind and when not to grind, but I know that they have to stream as well, because that's also another way for them to make a living apart from tournament winnings and YouTube and all that. So they got to stream it, and obviously most of their audience wants to watch them stream. And you know, it's been about 6 weeks now since I've decided to just grind into Halo and just move away from Call of Duty a little bit, because I was bored of, you know, just pub stomping left and right and going back and forth between Call of Duties. I needed a change. But yet at the same time, I've always been that kind of person that within a certain amount of time, unless the game is ridiculously good, if it's like that good, you know, I can get bored very, very easily, and I need a change. Like for instance, even with Call of Duty, like I can grind the shit out of Black Ops 2 forever, and then all of a sudden, you know, I'll want to play, like, let's say, Advanced Warfare, because I want to experience that change, you know, that same feeling but yet that different feeling at the same time, and just feel a little bit of difference in the controls. And you know, sometimes I actually feel like using those exo movements and jump up and down like a crazy person and shoot people in midair, and you know. But with this game, I've been, for the last 6 weeks or so, maybe a little more, I've been grinding the hell out of it as if I was trying to, let's say, go pro. Because even though I don't really intend to, because you know, even my 3 to 4 hour sessions per day that I play are not enough. That's just simply not enough. And on top of that, this game is actually built for competitive. If you play ranked, it's built for competitive. Even if you go in a social playlist, you will find teams of people that know what the hell they're doing, call outs and stuff like that. And if you're playing solo, it's just really, you know, it just doesn't leave you any time to enjoy it. And this game is not really the kind of game to where you can play casually, at least not all that much. And with my experience, it really isn't. And that's quite okay, and I love it. And the thing is, after a while though, for me personally, it just becomes boring, and it's like, all of a sudden it's like, why are you grinding this hard? Why are you doing this? And then, you know, started asking myself questions. I mean, like, and the thing is, like, with Call of Duty, one thing that I like about Call of Duty, for instance, you can play it casually. You don't have to play try hard sweaty all the time, even in pubs or anything like that. You can play it casually. You don't have to put your headset on. You can listen to music, or, you know, put a movie on in the background and listen to that. You can just do whatever the hell you want simultaneously with that. You can even get on a Skype call and chat with friends while you're playing Call of Duty. With Halo, it's not as easy. You have to have a headset on. You have to be focused at the game at a certain level to a certain degree. And, you know, teamwork, especially when you're playing Slayer, for instance. I mean, playing Team Slayer solo is just something that's not really going to be very appealing for long, because you will be matched up with teams against teams, and they're going to know what they're doing, and you're going to be at a severe disadvantage. And, you know, you can only take that for so long. So you got to find a team, and you can only play so much free-for-all before you get really, really sick and tired of it, or, you know, just aching for that something else. So if you're a person that really seeks a lot of variety and just absolutely gets bored very easily, it's really hard. It's harder to become competitive. And for the people, and I know that there are competitive players and pro players that have the same problem, and actually all of them might, who knows. But if it gets to a point where you're not really enjoying it, and you start asking yourself why, or, you know, if it's not really a necessity, it's just like, you know, it's like, why? So me, I just love my casual games as well as competitive games, and you know, and when I get the urge to do something like that, I can only do it for so long before I get bored. I need constant change. You know, for instance, the gym. Whenever I go to the gym, one of the things that I like about the gym, and that can keep me doing it forever, as long as I'm not injured, is you can always change your workouts. You can always change things up. Instead of getting on the cardio machine, you could always play basketball or soccer or things of that nature. You know, to keep things interesting and to change things up. And for instance, when you're playing a game like Halo and stuff like that, when you're grinding hard all the time, and there's not really that much room for change. The only difference is the game modes you play for the most part. So sure, there's Warzone and stuff like that, but that's just not my cup of tea. But it just goes to show that, like, I learned something about myself, and that is, even though there is that desire, you know, to become really, really good and to get at a certain level, sure, but after a while, if it starts to get tedious and boring, and if it feels like a chore, then what the hell is the point? And like I said in the very beginning part of this commentary, and that is, I really feel for the pros for Call of Duty this year. I really do. But the good news is that hopefully next year Sledgehammer is going to do a really good job. We're going to have a boots on the ground Call of Duty from the way things are looking at it, or looking up. So we'll see. Only time will tell. And come May or so, or late April, we will know. We'll get an announcement, and we'll see. We'll know more about it, but in the direction that they've decided to go. But that desire to play the casual games and to, you know, just have all that variety in terms of gaming is just something that's always been appealing. It's always been something that I've always gone back and forth in between. And you know, if there was one way to describe me, it would be a casual tryhard. And the only reason why I put tryhard in that sentence is because there are times where I will grind for one reason or another, whether it's because it's a personal challenge, or whether it's because I just feel like it, or whether it's because I just want to see what my capabilities are, or to take myself to that other level. I will go hard, but for the most time, I just like to chill and just get on pub stomp, and then just, you know, listen to some music or something like that, or get a movie going in the background, or just doing goofy things or whatnot, and just enjoying myself. And when you're going hard all the time, it really is hard to enjoy yourself all the time. And it's got nothing to do with whether you're winning or losing. Obviously, when you're winning and you're doing well, you're having a little bit more fun, sure. But even when I was doing that in Call of Duty, there's always that, you know, I want to change things up, which is why I went to Halo in the first place. Completely opposite. So, but one thing I learned about myself is, even though I'm dedicated and even though I want to be able to do something, well, when it comes to things like that, I can only do it for so long before I get bored. It's just part of my DNA, I guess. So, and unfortunately, the thing about Halo is I can't just go back and play Halo and pick off where I left off, because I'm nowhere near as skilled at the game as I am in Call of Duty. So, and at the same time, this game again is built for competitive, and it's a lot of fun, and you have to be in the mood for it. And for a while, I definitely was in the mood for it. But when that mood runs out, you gotta change things up. If I was a professional gamer, that's a different story, but that just goes to show you why I'm not, and I never will be, because there's always that factor that I just love playing variety of games. I love playing at a casual level, and I only feel like trying, you know, at certain times, but not all the time. And at the same time, I also like to do different things in life also. And believe it or not, you guys have known me for about 1.5 to 2 years now. You guys have been watching me for about that long, at least hopefully most of you have. And the thing is, sometimes, even though I'll have a whole bunch of gameplays and I'll post videos consistently, sometimes I won't even play for the better part of a month, just because I'd rather do something else. So, and the same thing applies to competitive or casual gaming at times. So I just thought this made an interesting subject, because, you know, there's very, very few people that actually have what it takes to be competitive players. And a big part of that is sticking with it even if you get, let's say, bored at some instance. And some people don't really get bored, but with me personally, I get bored. Not because the game is super competitive, but more just because I crave that something else, that something different. So yeah, there you have it. That's why I'll never be a pro player or competitive player, and I am perfectly happy with that. So anyway, guys, that's all I got for this one. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay in the background and the commentary. And as always, if you guys like the video, let me know. And if you don't, let me know what I can do to make my future videos better. And as always, if you guys have anything to say about the commentary or anything at all, let it be known down in the comment section. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.